there is a headliner. 3:15 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon. Manchester United plus 125. Home favorites against Tottenham Hotspur plus 210 at Bet365. The draw here is plus 240. Spurs off of an impressive win against Everton 2-0, and United bent but didn't break. I guess that's the only way you can put it, against Newcastle in a 0-0. Joe Linton hitting the crossbar and then the post. I just turned around and walked out of the room after that. I think we know where this conversation's gonna go. BJ, so let's start with you. United Spurs, draw, over, under. Where are you going here?
Well, obviously, I'm going with Tottenham. The line just kind of crashed a little bit. United was plus 120 essentially before their match against Newcastle. They drew them 0-0. It was, pretty even match on XG, and the line now crashed down to plus 140 for Manchester United. So it looks like the market is finally actually giving Tottenham some respect that they actually deserve. You look at the final XG from that Man United match against Newcastle. You'd think it would be pretty even. United was about 1.1, Newcastle about 0.9, but 0.45 of United's XG came on the Marcus Rashford header that went wide at the 94th minute. So for the other 93 minutes, they created 0.64 XG off of 14 shots. And now they're supposed to break down Tottenham's low block, which has been incredibly effective this season. They've only allowed 0.9 XG per match against teams not named Arsenal. I mean, United, I won't go through the defensive numbers like I did last week, but if we took it on the flip side, offensively, they are really, really reliant on big scoring chances. Like, they're 9th in shots and 5th in big scoring chances. Tottenham's allowed the fewest big scoring chances in the Premier League this season. And, the thing about Tottenham is that I know Anthony is going to tell you, like, hey, yeah, maybe they performed better than they should have last season. They really weren't, a +1 XG differential per 90. Okay, that's fair. That's fine. If we're just taking this year's data, Tottenham right now is at plus 0.5 XG differential per 90. United is sitting around minus 0.1, which is really what they kind of were for most of last season. So, and then we give, a little bit of home field advantage to United, which I project out as 0.35 XG. Tottenham still should be favored in this match. Like, there is no reason why they should not be favored. I really don't get this. So I'm taking Tottenham, draw no bet at plus 115. I really don't understand this line. And they continue to price Man United like they're just a little step below Tottenham, which is just not the case. There actually is quite a large gap between these two teams right now. So I am on Anthony's Spurs. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. I'm with you. I'm on the money line, plus 210. Yeah, sometimes you can just kind of boil it down to which team is better. And I think in this conversation, it's Tottenham by a while. The numbers bear that out. The performances bear it out. And I think stylistically, again, we talk about Spurs, when to play them and when not to. A lot of it depends on what how their opponent's going to set up. And I know we've seen Ten Hag try his best to get this team to play it, pretty low and then spring attacks on the counter. But this United team has so many mistakes in it. And what does Tottenham do better than basically anybody? They feed off mistakes and are able to just capitalize them and be clinical. So yeah, I like Spurs on the money line. I thought this line was pretty fun just right off the bat when I was scrolling. So I'm on Tottenham. It's a money line for me.